Hi, my name is Ximena Garcia Benitez, and welcome back to the Young Athletic Podcast. Today I have three special guests with me. If you guys could go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Omar Sanchez. I play soccer at Ventura High School, and I am a senior.
Hi, my name is Julian Gonzalez. I also play soccer, and I go to Ventura High School, and I'm also a senior as well.
My name is Abel. I am a senior, and I play soccer at Ventura High School.
So we'll start off simple for you guys. How do you guys really feel right now, being seniors and all? Like,
Bittersweet feeling. I wish it went by so quick,
Yeah.
Especially just like realizing just like that time goes by just real quick. I was just a freshman looking at varsity games and everything,
Super quick.
and then just went by way too fast.
Yeah, I just for me, like, it hasn't really hit me yet. I feel like maybe when you start like going down the roads at graduation, it'll hit me a little more. But I feel like right now, just looking back to like our freshman year, I feel like I don't know, it was like a lot slower, and I felt like more passionate about doing stuff.
I feel the same. Like how Julian said, it's like it hasn't hit me yet, but for like as time goes and graduation's about to hit, I think that's when it hit the most. I feel like I was just a freshman a couple days ago. Now it's like playing soccer as a senior. Just had my senior night. It's like sad, but
Omar, I know you kind of said like bittersweet, but just for all of you, like, if you had like one word to describe this 25-26 soccer season, how would you guys describe that?
I think I just say
If you don't have a word, you can do like a sentence or just something.
yeah, just like it's been a dream, like just looking up to playing with my friends, playing with my boys one last time, everything's gone pretty well. I mean, there's stuff I wish could change, but other than that, like just amazing. It's like living a dream. I'm like super proud. Like every day is like something new, something fun. Not, yeah.
I'd probably say inspirational. Yeah, just because I get to meet new people and just like be with my friends that I've known for a while, and just being able to like talk to the younger generation, and like the freshmen and sophomores that have come onto the team and stuff.
I think I'd say it's like emotional. Just in a way, it's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, we had some good games and we also had some bad games. But it's just an emotional ride. I mean, it's like a roller coaster, honestly. And like Omar said, it's like a dream, basically, Like playing with my boys one last time and like just having this bond with together. Like basically growing up 4 years playing high school together. It's been crazy. It's been a dream.
And so, like, if you guys had to go all the way back, like your whole career, what would you say is like the biggest way like the sport has changed you, like not just as a player, but like as a person or as the person you are now?
That's
That's a
good.
good question.
I never really thought about it, but I could for sure see how I grew as a just as talking more and just being more out loud, saying my feelings. I mean, I remember being smaller. I never would say nothing. I'd be quiet. I'd always just agree, always shut up. And I feel like just playing soccer made me outgoing, made me trust people, made me just connecting a bond with everybody and like connect with myself as well.
Yeah, I get that. Like talking more,
Yeah.
just being able to like connect with people. I say patience, just like
Mm.
because I would say I never really got the chance to show everything that I've had. So I've had to kind of reduce myself a little bit, but just being patient, just waiting for the coach to put you in, and in those moments, just giving it all you got. So I would say that, definitely.
I'd say, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Words can't describe it. Like, it's like,
It's a good answer. I like.
Yeah, that was good.
it's just like too much to think about. It's like, there's been a lot of ways it has changed me, but I'd say more like communicating wise, where it's like, because of that, like my job helps me out too, like it's also helped me out on the long run, like just communicating and talking to people. So, yeah, it's helped me out every single way, to be honest.
Is there like a specific moment on the field that you'll never forget? Like not even just high school, but like club or growing up? Like even if like no one else remembers it but you, is there like a specific moment you guys remember?
Yeah, I actually do. I always think about this, and it's my freshman year. we played Camarillo. I used to play with the freshman team and would get pulled up to JV games here and there. I remember it was raining, and then they pulled up like 5 kids, and then everybody else got to play but me. I remember I was being so mad. I remember he told me to warm up for half the time, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you'll go in right now." And I see everybody go play. I see everybody in. I'm like, "Oh, when am I gonna go in?" And I never went in. I remember I started crying like when the game ended. I was like, "Why didn't I play? Why wouldn't he put me in?" And that moment's always just been stuck with me because I'm like, "Oh, I've been through everything. I've been through being not playing, like not having nothing to like playing now and actually scoring and being pretty good or decent." And I'm like, oh, just like that's a moment I'll never forget. Like that's always there to remind me, keep me humble.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. I'd say for me personally, probably my sophomore year, amazing game against San Marcos. I think I scored 2 times that game, and Tacky pulled me aside after the game and told me to join varsity. And that was the best feeling of my life. Having someone like that just like believe in me and just like tell me he wanted me to be on that team. That was a really good team, and I really liked the players on that team. I had a lot of good memories, and I'll just never forget that. Nobody's ever going to take that away from me. I still hold that.
I think for me, it was just like ever since I started at West Park, actually, it was like just knowing that my family was there, like just cheering me on, and like even though like as a little kid, and now that like I'm a senior and I still see my family on the crowd, just cheering me on. I think that's like a moment I'll never forget, where it's like just I always knew that I had my family beside me, just cheering me on and supporting me in the things I loved the most, to be honest.
All right. That's so nice. It made me think a little bit about my soccer experience too. But going on to being like a varsity player, I'll ask really quick, like how many years have you guys been on varsity for?
I've been on varsity for 2 years. Yeah, my sophomore, my freshman year, I was not the best player. I see why.
Yeah, I've been on there 2 years, basically.
I think it was 2.5. Not that far off. I'm still at the level of these guys.
So, people watch varsity games, they say like it's a lot more entertaining. And people see goals and wins. That's kind of what they go for. That's what they like to see. But as varsity players, what's something that the audience or people don't see that's really hard about being like specifically a varsity player?
I think the hardest part is just like once you guys start losing and everything starts going wrong, people just start going at you and at you and going at you. Because at the start of this season, we went 6-0, and then we would always get praised. And then once we started losing, everything started going down south. Everyone's like, "What's going on? What happened? You guys were this. You guys were saying that." And it's like always taking and taking and taking. It's like start small, and then more people start saying that you guys suck. And like we know deep down we are better. And it's just like they don't see everything that goes on. They don't see how much players we have hurt, all the practices we put in, all that work. Like I don't know, just stuff kind of bothers.
Yeah, it's behind the scenes that they don't see. That's.
Also, just like the overall pressure. I'm just like, because people don't know how it is. 5:15 at night. It's cold. The ground's a little wet. The ball moves faster. I see it on TV. Like it looks super easy, and people can just say, "Oh yeah, I can do that." But when you're actually in the field, you're like breathing heavy. You can barely trust me. You can barely run. Like after 5 minutes of running, you just get tired, and people just don't realize how hard that is. Yeah. Just having to keep up with that constant pressure, and just a feeling of like you have to win this and stuff.
I don't think they see the intensity that goes in it, like coming from like as JV, where it's like, oh yeah, I want to be on VAR, and it's like they don't see like how much more intense it is on VAR and then on JV. I mean, the game's quicker, your IQ has to be quicker, communication is quicker, so it's like I didn't think about that until like I first stepped on the field with VAR, and I was like, oh yeah, even like just the strength, the body wise, much bigger, stronger, so it's like
much more fast paced.
Everybody's faster now. Like compared to being from my freshman year, I remember the game being so slow. Seeing it from an outside point of view, just seeing everything and it's like so slow pace. So everybody could just dribble. You could dribble through everybody. Compared to now, you can maybe get 2 dribbles in and then the ball's gone, unless you're like really good. But
I want to say it's like also funner, like so much fun to play on VAR. I mean, it's like talk to your friends, and it's like I don't know, it's just like so much more fun.
So the team you guys are in now, like the team you have like as like a varsity player this season, would you say it stands out compared to other teams you guys have had throughout high school at all?
We don't have one star player, and that's what makes us unique. Like our star player is basically our whole team because our whole team is the one that put in the effort. Like I don't want to compare us to last year, but last year we had like a couple of star players. And this year it's like no star players, and because we all put in the same amount of energy and time into the game, where it's like that's what makes us, I think, more unique to other teams, to be honest.
I like that. I like that way of thinking. But I would also say like just being able to be on varsity with these guys right here. Having that experience and just being able to play with people I've known for 4 years on varsity. That the type of commitment and just being able to connect with them. I've known them for 4 years, and just being able to have the same intensity, same passion. Like we know we're about to graduate. Just having that pushes. I say that stands out to me the most.
Yeah, I mean, going on, starting the season, we knew we had a team to compete with and everything. And I think that's what we went based off. We, like, the whole season started going up forward, hit a couple bumps, but still, it's just like, it makes us different. Even though we all argue at times, we're all so connected this year. Like, everybody gets good along. There's no ego in anybody. Everybody's just doing their thing, just love the way everybody just connects as a family. I think that's what makes us stand out as a team. Our chemistry is just when we want to play, our chemistry is what saves us. To be honest, yeah.
So I was gonna like continue off of that. Like, we know you're captain this year. Do you think like you were more like you do like feel like you were just the only leader? Or do you feel like as a team everyone combined their leadership together? Like,
Everybody for sure pitched in. I mean, I could start it off, but then Abel would be finishing off. Everybody just puts in their piece by piece. We make the big puzzle together, and it's just everybody lifts everybody up. Sometimes I need people to lift me up. While I'm like down and not playing the best. So it's just for sure. It's for sure everybody. It's not just me. Could start off with me and then end up with Julian. It's everybody.
well, this is also kind of adding on to, is there someone on the team or just someone you've ever looked up to that you think just was like a natural leader that you kind of wanted to almost be like throughout the past generations you've seen?
It's gonna be a little sound like I'm like praising him, but I remember last year I'd always look up. I'd played football and soccer growing up, or well, in high school, and then last year I always wanted to be like this one player called not like him, but like I always thought, oh, he's such like he's good and everything. Cristiano, I don't know, but I don't know. I'd see how he'd be good at soccer, good at football, and then I'd always follow him around. I'd always be like, oh, I want to be just like him. I want to be better, and I'd always try to be like him. And I don't know. That's probably someone I like try to base my game off somewhat. Like I would always see, oh yeah, this something. It's a leader, someone you could look forward to, and always playing good, and always helping you out. At least help me out a lot.
For me, I wouldn't say I looked up to anybody necessarily. I didn't really view anybody that I would necessarily want to be like. Or like I don't think anybody really helped me out, if I'm being honest. But I would just say the drive from my teammates and stuff, just having that type of communication and friendship with people, just wanted me like made me want to help the team. You know what I mean, and contribute to something. So I didn't want to let them down, and that's what kind of motivated me personally.
I think my freshman year, there's this kid called, I don't remember his full name, but it was Lil Isaac. And I think he was just a stud on the field. I mean, left back, right back. And not just because of him, but it was just like, I saw his dedication towards the team and how he would play. And I think that, like, kind of motivated me. And now, like, I wouldn't say, like, me personally, but, like, I'll run through a brick wall if I had to just for the team, Like I think that's what, like, kind of inspired me because of him. Like, I'd see him that prof would tell him, oh, Isaac, go do this. Yes, coach, and, like, he'd never say no. So I think that's what, like, kind of helped me out, I think.
So you guys would all consider like your teammates throughout the years as family, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, how would you say, like, besides your teammates being just like family that you've kind of made on the field, how would you say your actual like family play into why you keep pushing yourselves as soccer players?
My family's a big reason on why I do everything I do. I think my mom, my dad, um, the best feeling was senior night when I got to work out with them. Like just seeing them happy, put on a smile, coming and showing up for me. That's just amazing. That's like I love seeing my family come support my games, and it gives me like a little tick to go even faster, not to give up. Yeah, just I love when they're there.
Yeah. I just feel like me, because my dad played soccer as well, and I feel like he always likes to coach me. Even like at every single play, he critiques me. And having that type of support, having like my mom, my dad, always asking me how's the game. They always like sacrifice, take me to games and stuff. And I really just do it for them. You know what I mean? Even if I don't feel like playing, I always feel that type of motivation or drive just to at least play for them. Because, they're the ones that started this. They're the ones that's always there for me. So at least that's some type of motivation that I have.
Yeah, kind of the same way as Julian. Like my whole family has always been there, but I think my parents and my grandparents were like my number one fans and still are, you know. And my dad, I think he's the one that like has also like stepped up, cause he never told me anything I did good. He would always criticize me on like what I did bad, and he tells me, he's like, why would I tell you, oh, you did good, when you should follow it up with doing better, you know. So I think that's what, like, he also has always been there for me. But overall, my family has always been there for me, always. So.
Do you guys feel a difference knowing your family's like up in the stands watching you guys play, whether in high school or like in club? Like, does it feel different? Like, do you feel like you have to perform better? Do you feel more like
I feel the pressure, yeah.
more like hyped up? Like, are you more excited or are you more like stressed?
There's pressure, but I'm also like happy, you know. Like.
Yeah, I know. I mean, this season, some games they just wouldn't come, and I remember trying to see him, and I feel like a little kid again. I'd be like, oh, where's my dad at? Where's my mom at? And I know they're busy, but sometimes, when I see him there, I'd get so happy. I always go hard. I remember, my mom, she told me she was coming. I was like, oh, really? And then I remember I scored too as well while she was leaving for work. And then that's like the small stuff you remember right there. Just when you don't see him, it's just kind of like makes you feel like a little kid again, like kind of lost, kind of sad.
Yeah, I get that feeling. Yeah. My parents, they're too busy to come to my games. But the times that they do, I just feel extra motivated to do something. It's like, at least do something to like, since they came, put in extra pressure and stuff. But yeah, when my mom came my senior night, I was really happy. At least somebody like I really, really care about showed up.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, that made me cry. During senior night, it made me cry.
It didn't go how I wanted to, but it was still pretty fun.
I think it's just like, it does put on pressure, you know, but like when I look up at the stands and I see my little brother yelling my name and, my mom's there and my grandparents are there, it's like, damn, like, they came all the way over here, whether it's like in Rio or, and you still see them there, it's like, damn, so that also gives me like the little boost of being like, okay, I'm gonna do better this game, I'm giving my all. Even though I give it my all every game, but that's like, give it 110% that game. Just because you're there. Especially my little brother, hearing him like, go Abel, and like he'll tell me, he'll be like, oh, like I'm gonna play soccer like you one day and this and that, and it's like, damn, like that's what motivates me a lot too, it gives me that like care.
So, adding on to like when I first asked that question, you guys were like, oh, stressed, like I feel pressured, and then you guys started talking a little bit more like how you feel more motivated in a way, not really stressed. What would you say being a student athlete, like what's the hardest part being a student athlete?
Yeah, that's a big question right there.
Kind of just like that, like nobody really prepares you for. Like it could almost be advice too, but just, is there like experiences?
The time management on doing your homework, doing all that, it's real. It's actually real. When it comes to finals, especially because soccer season is during finals.
Don't even get me started with that, man.
That's not something... It's something you should prepare for while being a student athlete, no matter what. Always doing your homework first.
I don't even think you could prepare for it, man. It's just like it hits you like a truck, and you just gotta take it,
Yeah, I mean, soccer takes up a lot of time, especially the games when they're away. You don't have a chance to do homework.
Come back like at 9, 10. Oh
Can't really
yeah, no
pass.
man.
You miss a lot, but I mean, it's you have to get it done, and that's like what comes first, I guess, with everything.
I feel like that also helps you out, you know, like in the real world where it's like, damn, like you gotta know how to sort some things with another, you know. It's either you do this and then next, you know, it's like I think it does help you out.
Prioritize stuff.
That's true. You gotta put what's more important first. Sometimes you have to maybe skip a practice here and there just to catch up on
Hey.
homework.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You know?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
But yeah,
I think that's the hardest part from being like student athlete and like, I mean, people tell you and everything, but I guess you gotta experience it so you can see it. But I don't recommend it at all.
but it's fun though. It's fun being a student athlete. It's super fun. I mean, just paying for the school, you know. Like it's not a big thing. Like there's a lot of people that say, like paying for high school is not a big thing, but it's like I think it's a pretty big thing to be honest. Where it's like you wear your those high school colors and like you'll carry those on for 4 years. I always remember that, you know.
So, you know, you guys started off with like again the stress. How would you guys reset from like a bad week or like just like a tough week in general or like tough practices, games? Like, what would you say is like your reset, like preparation for knowing like next week it's either going to be the same or it can be completely different?
I think just knowing you have a limited amount of time now, you know, like the time's ticking, you know, and you have to get over it. If you can't just be stuck up. I mean, high school once again, soccer season's only 3 months, so you have one bad week. That's like almost a part of it. If you're like chunk on, you just gotta get over it. That's like my way of processing it, you know. I really don't like if something bad happens. I don't try thinking about it. I just move on with my life and just like hopefully hope for the best, pray for the best,
Yeah.
everything like that.
But like I just for me, I just try to look ahead and think of like the positives that come with just being in the program in general and just looking ahead because like Omar said, it's only 3 months. You know what I mean? You have so much more ahead of you, and like one bad week isn't just you're gonna get over it. Like it takes time, but knowing that and just gonna get better. That's just how I deal with stuff.
Like to add on to that, it's like I try to do whatever I could do in that week, and if I can't get to it, then oh well, just leave it in the past. Cause like these guys said, you know, it's only 3 months, so it's like one bad week, it's not gonna affect you at all. You know, there's much more to come. So that's how I would prepare.
You know, when you guys are in need, is there a specific person you guys seek or like something that's almost comforting for you that you it doesn't have to be a person, it can just be something you do to like a hobby, something that relaxes you or like reminds you that everything is going to be okay?
It's gonna be a little cringe, but just with my girlfriend, you know, spending time with her kind of resets you. Might also take you away from playing, but you know, you have one bad game, one bad night. At the end of the day, your friends are gonna either. Sometimes your friends are heat of the moment, and they also tell you bad stuff. You know, we had teammates that argue all the time after a game, like, "Oh, you suck. No, you suck." And then my girlfriend, she'd always be there and like comfort me, like, "You don't suck. You're not what they say." You know, and I guess that's like a person, I guess.
Mm. I don't really have anything, to be honest. But I don't know. I like eating food. So, you know, good Chipotle after a game.
Oh, that sounds so good, man.
Or just like a good little boba after the game. Go with some friends and stuff. I don't know. You get hanging out with friends. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. You have a bad game, get bad on tests, do bad in school. Like, just eat your problems away. I'm telling you.
That's
a good one. I didn't
That's
hear
a
about
great
that
way
one.
to put it, man. I mean, me, it's like I'd say with my girlfriend too, but also like I like talking to my teachers about it. You know, like especially like my avid teacher, Miss Miala. Like I always talk to her about my problems. You know, she's like my comforter. You know, like I'll tell her, "Oh, Miss Miala, this and that." She'll like guide me through it. But also my girlfriend, you know, she's always there. I'll talk to her, and like we'll just talk things, and also my grandparents. So I have a lot of people that I talk to, you know, when it's like a bad week or a bad game or a bad day.
Do you guys have teachers at
Yeah.
school that you guys?
Shout out to Miss Miata. She's helped me through a lot. I've had her all my 4 years. I think that's the best teacher I could have ever asked for. She's always there helping me with everything. Yeah, like I kind of forgot about her till I mentioned her up. I was like, yeah, I always tell her everything when everything goes south. Yeah, she's always helping out. She's always like giving words of kindness and all that. Always saying it gets better, and I mean, yeah, she's always just trying to hope for
She's
the
just
best.
there,
Yeah,
just there to help you out whenever you need her. She could be doing something else. She'll be eating her food. You'll knock on her door. Miss Miara, can I talk to you? Yeah, go ahead. We'll sit down, talk or whatever. She's like someone you want in your life.
yeah, just checks up on you here and there as well. Just always at the right time, at the right place. Couldn't wish for a better teacher.
Yeah, I've never had her. No, I can't relate.
You're missing out, man.
I probably am. You guys are saying really good stuff. But I want to say there's a specific teacher that helps me. Maybe Miss Fragnosis is nice, She asks how you doing every day.
Yeah.
But I would say probably, I don't know, my friends. Tie that back into my friends. I share a lot with my friends and stuff. But teachers, I guess they just help throughout the day, asking you how you are and stuff. And I like that. I appreciate that.
So if there are, high schoolers, like freshmen specifically, maybe even eighth graders coming into high school, is like, what do you want them to understand early on before they come into high school? Even if it doesn't even have to be about sports, it can just be in general too. Yeah, or just, that social part of like them changing. Like, is there anything you would like them to know?
Get your work done on time. That's what I'm gonna say. Get your work done on time. Don't stress. Honestly, you gotta go out. You gotta live it up with your friends. You gotta make good memories. I would say like focus. If you really want to go to college and focus on your education and stuff, then do your homework obviously, but make time for friends.
I think
that's the big one.
you have to go with the open mindset that you're gonna experience a lot of things and go through a lot of things. Cause me, I didn't go with no mindset. I mean, I didn't even know what I was doing my freshman year. Like all I wanted was to like get good grades, kind of freshman year. Even though they say they don't matter, but I think that's like one thing to go open mindset and like just like be social and like talk to people and like seek for the help you need. Like college and career center. And like try out different clubs because I never did that as a freshman or sophomore, So like I think that's also like one regret I have from high school. That's like I didn't try it out.
I think you just gotta understand people will come and go. My freshman year, I think I remember talking to like 20 people every day, and out of those 20 people, I think I only talked to two. My friend Trolfas and then my friend Eric. Other than that, people will leave, people will go. I mean, you'll see you'll see you'll see them here and there, and it's just people leave your life and go do their own thing. Don't go chasing them. Go do your thing. You always meet new people. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. Just like the people I came in freshman year, they're still cool and all, but I've met better people for me along my life, and I'm where I want to be right now in life. So that's it.
That's a good way to put it.
That's a great way to put it. I completely agree with everything you just said. Thanks. So going on to that, graduation's coming up.
That's like what, 5 months, huh? 6.
Yeah, I think I counted it was like 16 weeks.
Yep. Oh my god.
That's including spring break and like everything else that's coming up. Are you guys scared or like excited starting a new chapter in this life that, adulthood?
I feel like a newborn baby, basically, not knowing what to do, where it's like they just throw you out there and like you gotta solve it on your own, That's like, I'm kind of scared, but I'm also like pretty excited. But yeah, I'm scared, nervous for what the world has to offer me.
Yeah, like I said, it's bittersweet. It's good that you're like moving on with your life. You don't have to go to high school, and your parents don't have to tell you everything. Oh, like you have to go to school and you have to do this. Like now, you could kind of relax, but at the same time, like I have to get a job now. I have to pay bills. I'm like my credit score and all that. I'm like I don't know about all that. It's just a little scared. I always feel like it's a one big step for everybody graduating.
A huge chapter,
It's just something you should be proud of at the same time, a lot. It's a big grind that you've worked for like over 12, 13 years of your life in that school. So I think it's just something to look forward to, but kind of like wish it could slow down.
As much as I say like I want to get out of high school, I want to be free. I want I want to be independent. I want to, move away from my house, go meet new people and stuff. Like, I'm going to miss every single thing I had in high school. Like, as much as, like, people think, obviously in the moment they're not going to care because, you still see these people every day. But once you move on, like, first month, it's going to hit you. And I'm still waiting for that to hit me. But I would just say, literally just prioritize the time you have right now. And stuff. Start looking around. Like, look at your school or something. I don't know. Look at the views. I mean, honestly, you're gonna start thinking about that in like a couple months. You'll be like, damn, I should have looked around a little more. Should have talked to more people.
That's a good way to put it, man. Like,
Just crazy how fast time goes. And, graduating, think about graduation. It's like a little scary.
but like my mom told me, like, no one truly prepares you for what's coming in your adulthood. Like everyone has their own paths. Everyone has different careers. So it's like you're on your own. Like obviously there's help. You have your parents that have experience, but it's like you're basically on your own, which I think is a big step for everyone.
It's different for everybody. Just being able to accept that and just go with the flow, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. Just go with the flow. People leave, people come, but just trying to get that mindset right now. For me personally,
See where the wind takes you.
I like that one too.
So, I know before we even started recording, we talked about college a little bit and like where we see ourselves in the future. If you guys want to, repeat something that has to do with that, like where do you guys see yourselves in the future? Do you guys see yourself continuing some sort of legacy in soccer, whether passing it down or just maybe even continue playing? Because I know you want to continue playing. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
So I was in talks with the Moore Park Community College coach and the Oxnard Community College coach to further along. I mean, I'm still undecided if I should go take that route or if I should just go straight to a 4-year. If I go straight to a 4-year, I have pretty much locked in where I want to go. I want to go to San Jose State, just to go there, but I already got in and everything, but it's always something in my mind, in the back of my mind, like, do I really want to stop playing? Do I really, want to waste all that? Because I know I have some talent here and there that I could give out, and just maybe there's a higher chance for me.
It's a risk.
I risk, but I don't know if I'm willing to take it sometimes.
Yeah.
I still got a little bit of time to think about it.
16 weeks.
Around there.
Yeah, but I understand that. I understand that perspective. But I would say for me personally, I already made up my mind. Fortunately, I'm not gonna continue soccer after high school. I'm gonna hang up the cleats after this season. Probably already, but yeah, I have much more things to do. Especially for what I want to do is gonna take up way too much of my time. And I don't know, moving away is gonna be a little hard. Going to college and stuff is really hard to prepare for. So I just feel like, yeah, I want to get a job too. I need money. I really need money. So I'm gonna get a job
Funds
too.
are low.
I don't know about that one.
What do I see myself?
Tell them, what do you want to do? What do you want to be?
I want to be an engineer, specifically a mechanical engineer, and then go into aerospace. But engineering is gonna take a lot of my time.
It's all gonna be worth it.
I'm
Though.
saying.
You're gonna grow like the big beards and like your hair's
Oh,
gonna
we
get
don't-
all long. Like
You want the mullet?
Oh my god, oh my god, it's gonna be bad. But I envision myself in a little, working a little boba shop, making money. You know what I
just
mean?
apply to a boba shop.
Actually,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You know Wenzo Boba?
I thought you had a job.
I do have a job.
So you're getting 2 jobs?
Why not?
Hey,
Ooh, okay.
I don't got a job. I need to apply too.
If they're hiring, let me know.
We are. Just,
They are?
Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
yeah, like me, I don't think I'm gonna be following soccer for my college, but I want to go to Channel Islands. They have the specific major I want to do, which is a Spanish interpreter, especially for the courts. I want to help out more my type of people. I don't understand much of English, and I go through the struggles of not understanding it. So I want to help them out with that, and then later on, I want to go to law school and become an immigration lawyer. To also help out with the people that's suffering through all this. But that's just like what I have in mind. That's my goal, but everyone has different careers and paths. So
I like that.
That's what's up. That's put on for the city, put on for the people.
Exactly.
You know?
Man of the people right here.
You know, and like we're slowly, you know, getting to like the bigger questions. What do you hope people remember about your specific class, or you know, our specific class? Like, is there something you would want people to remember about us?
I don't know. There's a lot I want them to remember. I want them to remember everything. I mean, to remember that, like, how good we were in sports, how good we were, how smart people were. I mean, everything. I want them to remember everything, but I know that's not possible. But just like how much hardworking we were, how like I want them to think, oh, I wonder what he's doing now, and like all that in like a couple years.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. I would say, as far as remembrance, people remembering us, I wouldn't want them to remember me if I'm being honest.
What?
Not
remember
like
me. Remember me. Remember me.
not like if they don't remember me and I come back, they see me 20 years, they see how we improved. But okay,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Like
You'd
mysterious.
be like, yeah, like I own Tesla now.
Like,
and
oh,
stuff,
like
huh? You
what's
know,
that guy
like-
doing? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Don't remember me no more.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like if you remember me, it's like I already know what you're doing. You know, it's like
They're gonna expect too much. They're gonna think you're going some type of way. You're gonna go some other way.
And then they're gonna think you're friends
Exactly.
when you're all successful. They're gonna be like,
Exactly.
"Oh, we're
Everything
friends."
was
yeah, huh?
And then-
Everything was
no, but me and Julian are
I take
staying
it
friends
back.
forever,
No,
right?
yeah.
saying, bro.
Just to let you know, Julian. When you,
No,
me and
no,
you are staying
I'll say
friends.
he's my friend.
Me
He comes
too.
back in 20 years. I got you.
Me too, right?
Oh, yeah, I got you. Oh, you too.
I don't know. I think something I would want people to remember about our class is like, because I want to say this like the last generation or last class of like actually having fun, you know, kind of. And like the way I say that is just like I don't know, because I feel like AI is taking over this place, you know, where it's just like, you know, like if we were like I feel like we were introduced to it, and like future generations are gonna be like just they know only about
Using it.
AI, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I want them to know about like oh you remember when like you know like whatever you know like
Okay.
no, I did
Abel.
it. I did it, you know.
Can't
But,
say
like,
that, bro.
Like I want them to remember like just like fun moments you had between friends, you know,
Like actual
that.
living
like
moments.
living moments,
Yeah.
not like behind screens or like
Mhm.
obviously
Real
we're
connections.
we're all behind screens, you know, but it's like have that real connection with people, you know.
You know, is there anything specifically you guys would like to tell, you know, your teams that you've had in the years that you think might be watching, your friends, the school, families, anything, like any shout outs you guys want to do?
Shout out to my boy Lucio and Alex and Chris. Those are my friends. My dogs for life. My boy Trofas and my mom, and my dad too. Pretty much it. And my girlfriend. Kenzie.
You know, bro, shout out everybody on the team. Everybody on the Ventura soccer team.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
them
y'all.
too.
Shout out to all y'all. Shout out these two right here. They're the real ones right here. Shout out to my boy Noah. Shout out to my boy Jonathan. Shout out to my boy Theo. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my boy Christian too. All y'all, real friends.
I just want to say a little shout out to you know, the whole Ventura soccer program, you know, my boy Lucio, Chris, you know, Alex, Omar, all these guys right here. A little shout out to my girlfriend, Shay, you know. If you're watching this, I love you. But yeah, just my mom and dad, grandparents. So it's a little shout out to them.
Do you guys want to do some little quick rapid fire questions that I have?
All right,
Let's
It's
do
just
it.
really
Let's
quick,
do it.
like
Let's do it.
yes or no. It's like it's like this or that kind of thing.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. First one I have now. Do you guys feel happier scoring a goal or giving an assist to a goal?
Scoring a goal.
Scoring a goal.
100%.
For sure, yeah.
You get to celebrate. Everybody runs to you. You go into the corner, do a little celebration.
We'll do that one. What's your go-to celly when you score? I know Julian's. I did it 3
Uh,
times in
I
one
just jumped in the
game.
air.
I just do whatever I say before the game, to be honest, you know? Sometimes kiss a badge here and there, and then sometimes, like, I don't know, to be
I
honest.
think just pointing to the badge, just
In the moment, bro, you don't know what to do. Oh my God, you just run.
Yeah, you kind of forget,
You know
huh?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just do whatever.
because you say
3 different photos of Julian doing the same celly one
That's
at
okay.
that game. No,
Still
I
good.
loved it. I
Still
mean,
good.
those like,
Still
made
good.
it the cover to one of my posts.
Yeah, they're tough.
So-
They were tough.
that was pretty nice.
I didn't know I can jump that high, guys.
Yeah, it was pretty high.
It was really high. I showed Miss Moorfield, the photography teacher, and she was like, "Did you edit that?" I was like, "Nope, you jumped." All right. You guys prefer playing on turf or grass?
I prefer playing on 10 out of 10 grass than 10 out of 10 turf. But like, if the grass is kind of like bouncy, I'd rather play on like turf.
A turf, yeah. Because when it's hot, oh, hell.
Oh, yeah.
When it's hot and
Burns your
your
feet.
feet are burning, especially with black cleats.
And then just a turf, kind of like you slide or you like fall down, you get turf burns all over. You get.
But those I like those because like they're like little memories, you know. Like
Oh.
you know, you're
Okay.
like, oh, I got this one over there, you know.
That's true. I mean, there's every positive to like the turf and then like playing the grass. Everything's gonna get dirty,
Except
especially
when
if you're
it's just
wearing
hot.
white. Feel bad for my mom and all that.
All right. Night games or day games?
Day games.
Night
I
games.
hate night games.
Night
bro.
games.
For sure, night games. Night games are so
Day
much
games,
better.
they're too hot. It's too hot. You have the sun
Julian,
in
why
you.
do you not like night games?
I like night games are cool. Like I like the ambiance, I guess. But
Ambiance.
That's a big word.
That's not in my vocabulary, just to let you know.
I like the little ambiance of it, you know, it's really cool. But I don't know, it's just like you breathe heavier. You're like the air's a lot colder. The ball moves faster.
But you don't sweat.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. You don't see like the steam coming off of you. Like
That's
I
cool.
have
That's
that-
like,
Okay, maybe if nobody's taking pictures of you, it's not cool. You know.
but we have Ximena taking pictures. So
Okay, but if now wasn't there, then it's not cool.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I'm just, you know, it's good that you're there. It's good that you're there. But in general, it's like if you was not there, then who's gonna take pictures? Nobody. So it wouldn't be nice. I enjoy day games. If it's not too hot, obviously.
Yeah,
Like
it's
noon games, I can't do. Morning games, I actually prefer morning games.
Like early morning, like when it's cloudy and like.
morning games, yeah, because like then you have like the rest of the day to do whatever.
To just do whatever you want, just chill, yeah.
When it's like at 1, 2,
Oh.
that like takes up too much time.
All right, this next one's kind of biased. I feel like the answer is kind of easy. It was just I wrote it down: home or away games.
No way.
I like home games better.
I love
Really?
home. Home is like
Julian,
Yeah,
you're the odd one out again. You want to say why you like away games?
It's just a better experience. You know, a bus.
bus
all your
rides,
food,
yeah.
The bus rides, the late night rides back. You gotta go to different school, different environment. You know what I mean? It's just amazing.
Quick little stop to In and Out.
Exactly. Yeah, food on the way. And obviously, you
What
gotta pay
about
for it, but you
Bus
know.
broke down on you guys.
Oh,
that
don't even get me started with that.
That was bad.
That was good though. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, if you didn't get,
I like
yeah, that was a good memory.
Y'all were like
I had fun
dancing. They were
after.
dancing like outside of Starbucks the entire time.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was. I
fun.
remember that.
Do you guys
now.
remember like what actually happened to the bus again?
It was
The
like
coolant.
the
The
coolant spilled because we were
spilled
all
out.
in the back.
I
And
think we
then-
Who
put
was
too
the
much
one who got
weight.
the Kool-Aid all over them? You said there was
Tony.
Yeah, he was in the middle.
He was like sitting down on the floor and it all went
Yeah, it
on
all
to-
got on him because we were all in the back singing and moving
just
around.
dancing
and I
and
think-
singing and. Oh no.
I don't know what happened.
Or it
but-
was like, oh, it's hot.
yeah,
Then we looked
touched
down,
it.
it's like steaming, and
Yeah,
I was like,
I remember.
Rolling over the
I first thought it was gas. I thought we were about to like blow up or diesel.
I
Or
don't know what
whatever.
it was, bro. I just thought it was hot, and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
We stopped. We got Starbucks. Started dancing with the little speaker.
yeah, that was a good memory though. But
Bring
still, home
another
games.
bus,
Still
bring
home
another
games.
bus for us.
Yeah, home games. I think home games for sure.
Home is better. More people could come support and all that, and you feel that it's like
For that confidence.
you're defending your home, and I feel like that's like an extra boost, that you get.
For that little confidence.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. This is a little quick question before this one. Have you guys all gotten a yellow card before or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
time.
All right. Is there a yellow card you guys definitely didn't think you deserved out of the ones you've gotten?
No, I don't think so. I think I deserve all of
I
them.
think I deserve
all
all
the
the
yellow, all the
yellow,
reds.
yeah,
I think I deserved all of them, to be honest.
Maybe just not the one where I told the ref to open his eyes, but like,
Oh.
like it's like a little call, like ref, open your eyes, but.
Well, I'll add on to the next one. You guys can be as honest as you guys want. What's the worst call you guys have ever heard by a ref before?
To us or just in
That you
general?
can just remember. I mean, probably preferably to you, like you or your team.
No, I was gonna say no era penal. I don't know if y'all know about that. Holding a pen.
2014, huh?
Yep. But to me, I don't know. To be honest, I think nothing off the top of my head. I mean, this year.
Oh, I know the worst. Yeah, my freshman year versus Pacifica away,
Ooh.
and the ref, our keeper went up to get it, and the player hit my keeper, so he knocked down the ball, and they scored last minute, and the ref called it a goal. Where obviously you can't go in the keeper's box or even hit him. So it's like I think that's one of the worst calls I remember.
What I remember right now is the Buena game. Oh my god. There's so many. I swear he handballed it inside the box.
Oh, that's
The handball inside the box. He did not call anything. He actually called it, and I thought it was a penalty. He called it the other way. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, actually, yeah. Never mind. Take it back. We played a game on Tuesday. Well, they did. I was out in injury. The ref was kind of. I don't know what he was marking. He was just marking along the other way. The first goal was offsides. The third goal was offsides. And then the second goal, we got a foul before. It should have been a foul, and then they scored. So.
And I gave him a ball, like just a through ball, and it was not offsides. I was looking at the film, nowhere near offsides. But hey, happens, you know.
All right. So it's kind of like a game prep. Do you guys listen to music before games, or are
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
straight
All the
like
time.
silence? Like
Nah,
nothing?
music for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah,
Even in the locker rooms, we have music.
We have a speaker
always
going on.
blast music.
Who's your funniest teammate from this?
Lucio.
Or Ian.
Lucio
Oh.
and Ian.
Lucio and Ian are for sure the funniest kids out there, man.
Yeah, Lucio will get a good laugh out of you all the time. I mean, he's just so random. He's so energetic.
You
I don't know how.
know who else? Abe too. Abe,
Oh my God.
Abe is just something else, man. I mean, yeah, that's a guy I will be remembering for a long time.
Definitely Lucio. This guy right here and this guy right here. Always, this three of them. Always something. Always gotta make us laugh. But it's fun. I like.
We have a little ritual before the games where it's like we just like bang our heads on the locker,
Oh,
and it's like I just like head
all
bump.
of you?
Nah, just me, Lucio, and Ian.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just like us three, just bang their head on the lockers and
like
you know.
good luck or
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
our
like
good
to
luck.
hype us up, you know. Just
Hype
Wake me
everybody up. But yeah,
kind of random, you know. But hey,
It brings the
Um,
spirit. It brings it.
yeah.
it brings the energy for sure.
That's different from what the girls do. We had a poster that says "Believe," and we would hit
Oh,
it.
you guys would hit it?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a little different from us.
that's no.
It gets a point. It gets a point across.
Is there one thing that for you guys like every game day that's like one little thing that goes wrong, or like one thing you guys forget that's happened most of your life, or no? Has most games been like ready and set? Like I can think of mine. I'd always forget to fill up my water. Almost every game, every practice I've ever had.
We forget to fill up the water. So wait.
Yeah, we forget to fill up the waters as well. Nothing really. I mean, when
we
I
forget
play,
the speaker a lot.
yeah, when I play, I have like a set schedule. I just don't eat before. I think that's like, if I eat before, I feel like oh,
Feel
we're gonna
heavy.
lose. Yeah.
Feel heavy.
Other than that, no, not really.
No, it's a-
All right, we're gonna get a little political right here. Chivas or America?
Pretty obvious. I want to see what y'all say.
Go first.
No, let's go first. That's fine.
I don't go for neither. I go for Leon. That's where my dad's from, so I gotta
there
represent. You know.
There you go.
My whole family's from Guadalajara, you know, Chivas, but I've never been a Chivas fan. I'm a huge Pumas fan, you know. That's my guy right
There's
here.
the right
You
answer
know?
right there.
That's
There's
my
the right
guy.
answer right there.
But if I had to choose, I choose America. Just saying.
But if I had to choose, I'd choose Chivas.
I choose Chivas, but Pumas all the way.
I've been a huge Pumas fan.
All right, this one's kind of adding on to it. Liga MX or MLS?
I'm like, I don't know. I like Liga MX, but I never been to one of the games or nothing. And I've been to MLS games before, LAFC, LA Galaxy, all those teams. Just depends on one. Like you're talking about skill level, I'd say Liga MX for now. But like environment, I mean, never been to one, so I don't know what to say. So I say MLS.
Liga MX for me. I've been to some of the games. I've also been to some of the MLS games. But I just feel like, I don't know, I just follow Liga MX a little more. I like the teams and stuff.
I think Liga MX too. It's had like, I've always been there for like Liga MX, you know, ever since a little kid. So I think that the Clásicos with America and Pumas and America and Chivas, and you know, that's a big.
All right. Well, most of this whole podcast we talked about the things that we like positively remembered or we want to remember. Is there one thing that you won't miss from, playing high school soccer or just in high school?
Running.
In general? Oh. That's it?
Just the injuries. I wish I could. I mean, every year that I've played so far, I've always ended up getting hurt. Just like I'll obviously remember it, but that's just one wish I wish I couldn't remember. All the bad and the losses too. Some of the
Yeah,
kind of
losses,
I don't know.
especially that tie with Buena. I hope
I didn't play.
I hope I don't remember that.
I was
ever
hurt.
again.
I actually don't know. I don't know. I feel like every one of those things just like adds to the game, just adds to the experience. Like without that, like it wouldn't be the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Probably do say what Omar said.
For sure, don't miss the running. Especially with Mr. Frantic.
The running's not that bad. I feel like the running.
When
Frantic?
Mr. Frantic was horrible,
I feel like
man.
you feel bad, but like you feel good after.
No, yeah, you feel.
You feel amazing. I think the running's like I like running, so me personally.
Nah, I think just the running with Mr. Frantic. Yeah, that guy's crazy, man. He's.
Piece of cake.
No, that's more than a piece of cake.
Huh,
Man.
Julian?
I mean, I don't mind the running, but you know, I like Mr. Frantic.
He's nice.
He's a nice
cool.
guy.
Yeah.
Nice old guy. He's pretty cool.
What's, last thing you want people to remember about you as an individual, as a player? Not your team, but you.
Like as a player, as a person.
Both? You can talk about both.
As a player, just how I never gave up and always would have given my all, and then as a person, just how I'd always be with open arms, always a smile, always trying to push you forward, and just try to remember me as a good person, I guess.
I like that. If I was a player, I would just say, I don't know, I'd like to be remembered as someone that was just always there for the team, always there supporting people. And, I take the criticism, I take whatever the coaches, whatever the players got to say to me, I'll take it, you know what I mean? If you're angry at me, I'll take it, I'll be there. I'll be your little punching bag, you know what I mean? But, I'm just always there for everybody. And as probably just an individual, I'm a nice guy. I don't know. I want y'all to remember me as a nice guy. Someone that's always there to talk to.
I think for me, it's like as a player, I want you to remember like how passionate I was about the team. Like I'd give 110% for the team. I'd run through a brick wall for the team. And as for a person in general, I want them to remember how like caring I was and loving. Like, I have a big heart, so like anyone's welcome. To talk it out, and I think that's what I want them to remember about me.
Yeah, you're pretty open-hearted, and yeah, you would run through a brick wall for I'll give you that one.
Right. Well, do you guys have any questions, maybe for Patrick, for me, that you guys want to ask before we wrap it up?
What positions do you guys play? I don't think we got there.
Oh, no,
Oh.
we didn't get there. We were supposed to do the intro. You guys can do that really quick.
I play whatever, to be honest. This season I think I started in a winger, left wing, right center back, left center back, and then like striker as well. So just whatever.
Well, me, I'm just a striker, forward, whatever you want to call it. I could also play right wing if y'all want me to.
Yeah, me. I started off with being left back, right back, and then they wanted to push me to the 6 as a CDM. Then after that, they pushed me to the wingers. And I was like, I'd play anywhere, Wherever they want me to play, center back, except goalie. I don't want to play goalie. But
I'm backup goalie. Just letting you know.
maybe like plan like Z goalie, like very last option,
You guys, free reign. If you guys want to say anything else, you guys are free to go. Any questions? Anything you guys want to say?
Shout out
quick.
XFlixQ
Oh,
on pictures, best pictures.
Best pictures out here,
Shout out Coach David as well.
Coach
I know he
David.
wanted a shout out.
Shout out, Coach David.
I ain't forget. Best coach out there too.
Coach
Love that
Victor
guy.
too,
Shout
And
out all the
Sanchez.
coaches.
Oh yeah, shout out all the coaches.
all right. Well, I think that's about it, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you
Thank you guys for
coming
having
on.
us. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.